Hey guys, I have a great challenge here. We collaborated with some architecture studio for this project. So he did the layouts and we did the entire concept. As you can see, we produced this model. So the challenge that I'm having here is to produce the construction drawing for this project and do the post-contract, which is monitoring and supervision for this project. Right now, currently, we are at the excavation of trenches, and I'm wishing to share everything with you from start to complete this project. I hope it will be successful, and I'm looking forward to be with you in this journey. So today I'm supposed to meet with the structural engineer for the discussion about the casting of the footing of the foundation concrete for this project. So what I have to do is to produce if you go to the ground, is to fully furnish the plans drawings. As you can see, they're just plain, so from our side. So what I'm going to do is to quickly produce the ground and first floor drawings so that I can send it to the structural engineer to do his bending moments for the concrete. So yeah, that's basically about it for this video. I'll just I'll recycle the project that I've created before, which is this one. It will help me to quickly produce the drawings for this project. As you can see, it's also in the site for construction. So what I'll do, I'll just open its ground floor and I'll copy some elements that I'm going to recycle or reuse it to the other project. So as you know guys, it's very important to have a library. This will help me to speed up the whole process. For example, I want the settings for the dimensions, and then I want the settings for the room label because it has a room name and a level and a floor finish. I think for construction sake is good for that. So that's basically what I want for now. Let's see the other, and then the staircase also, it might also help for that. And then would have to provide the grids because the structural engineer works with grids. And then I'll Control C to copy all this element I've selected, and then let's see, waited for it to copy, go back to the model and paste everything there. Let's wait for it to paste. It's not much of elements. I don't know why it's taking time to paste this. There we go. Let me just move these elements to the side here. I don't think dimensions will be copied because they're dependent on elements. So yeah, this, if I pick parameters of that and then inject on this, let's see how we do. Okay, I can get rid of this. Let's delete that and I'll select the zone, open its settings. What I'm going to do is to reduce the other parameters like a flow type there. So this thing, we're going to go to the settings, and then here, by the way, this is ArchiCAD 26, but I'm using a previous version for the zones. In ArchiCAD 26, the label is separated from the zone. So yeah, for this I feel like it's useful. So I'm gonna take out the ceiling height and the ceiling the area, and then I'll remain with the zone name, zone number, and floor. In the zone number, I'm going to use the level of the floor. I like to do it this way instead of using ArchiCAD level object, whatever you can call it. Is it an object or a level dimension? Yeah, something like that. So under flooring, let's go forward, and then what I want now, here I don't want to show the frame. I'll uncheck the frame just like that, and then let's try to override some text. So the zone name is going to be, I'm going to use a robot font, and then color 0.9. I can use a blue color. Same applies to the zone number. Let's override it and set the color to 7 and the font type to robot. So let's go for the flooring. Override style and flooring. Set the color to color 7, then change the font to robot. And then what I'm going to do is to override this to, that's the value of the floor finish. It's going to be porcelain tiles. Then hit OK. I would want to bold the zone name, so I'll select the content and then bold it. So let's hit OK. Perfect. That's how it is. So it's nice and clean. I might come later and reduce the size of the zone name, I mean the room name, which is fine for now. So from here I would pick parameters of that and inject to all the spaces. But don't worry, we'll come and reconfigure them after. But for now we'll just do quickly this. You can select them once and then do it once, but that's how it works. Then let's start with the pool and give it a, so it has to be on caps lock. Pool, we don't need to have the zone level, the level and the finish, so I'm going to take out or remove that, remove zone and the level, just to remain with the name. So this is going to be a guest, it's a guest bedroom, and then this is entertainment lounge. It's an entertainment lounge. Here we have the gym, and then we have the kitchen. Just do that. Kitchen. This side is the sauna or the sauna, and this will be the shower. So the sauna lounge, yes. Obviously the floor finish will differ according to space, to space, and this will be the bath, and we have another bedroom here. So like I said, I might see the level will change as well. I might see the floor finish for this space is going to be, let's say, flooring. I want to use carpet. Yeah, and then here we have what? We have the cinema, and then on cinema as well, we're going to have the floor finish as a carpet. It's like that. I don't know is the correct spelling of the carpet, but yeah, it's going to change it. So this is the garage, this is the entry porch or the stair lobby. I'll just say stair lobby. And then here is the main lounge. It's a big house. Then here we have a dining room. Yeah, and then from here what we need to do is to change the level of all the spaces except the garage, because it has to be dropped a bit in terms of the level. So what I'll do, I'll go back to the project that I'm referencing with and select one of the zones. I'm going to copy this because it's very difficult to get plus or minus like this in ArchiCAD, so I had to do it using AutoCAD and then copy it and paste it here. So I'm gonna copy it and come here, select all the zones, and then deselect the garage. We're gonna paste it there. So we're gonna have all the spaces on level plus or minus 0, 0. There we go. Here, no, here is supposed to be the kitchen. I don't know what happened. Then this is a scullery to the kitchen. Perfect. I think let's get rid of these cameras. They are distracting because they're all over the show. So what I'll do, select all of this, and then I'm going to hide the path. So if we click on the path, there should be display options. Let's say none, and then apply. There we go. Perfect. Now we have all our spaces labeled very well. What we didn't do for the guest toilet, so just transfer like that. Oh, no, let me use this one. Transfer, and then let's name it WC. Okay, same applies to I think this one is going to be minus. It's going to be the same level with the garage. I'm not sure it's 100 or 50. I'll decide with the engineer when I get there. So from here, what we need to do is to set up our grids. So I'm going to rotate this one and then place it here. Let's bring it down a bit there. We can stretch it to somewhere here, or to, it will depend. Perfect. Let's move it in to the center of the wall. I'm going to move it by 1 and 5, and I can right click, then drag multiple copies using the outside reference point for the wall, so it will be easy for me to quickly place this just like that. Should make sure they are grids are very important, especially in construction, when the project is in construction, because that's what the engineer and the contractors, they are using it to reference, or even to do some calculations on getting some dimensions in the site, especially where there is no that information in your drawing. So it makes their life easier instead of requesting for information. It also helps you again. So yeah, I think I have this. What I can do, I think, let's make sure they are all placed vertically for all the vertical walls. I think they are all. What I would want is to make sure the walls are, these walls are, they were supposed to be inlined. I don't know what happened. Let me make sure they are inlined. You see, this is the reason why these grids would help. So you see, now I've rectified a problem here that needs to be resolved, but I would have to confirm with the site if the trenches are referencing that, because that will be another case. That's the danger of it. So but anyway, let me just move it there. make sure it's centered. Yeah, it's not gonna cause a lot of problem if it's like this. So this will be somewhere there. Yeah. Okay, let's do horizontal grids. I'm gonna right click and drag a copy, rotate a copy of that, and make sure it's on the center, on the center of your wall, and stretch it to somewhere there. Right click and drag multiple copies, and then use this as a reference for placing. While I'm doing this, I kept the ortho mode on, as you can see, by holding shift button in the keyboard. So to restrict this vertically, horizontal, yeah, vertical. So it's important. I just want to do that for all of them. Yeah. Okay, we have another wall here. And then let's check. Okay, we can hit escape and then make sure we group this. I think I'm seeing another discrepancies here. This wall, it could be better when it's in line with this, but anyway, for now let's just leave it the way it is. Let's leave it the way it is. And then some of the things is just to avoid information cluttering like this. I'll just make sure it's neatly done. And then another thing is to name all the grids accordingly. I don't know, guys, let me know in the comment section the best way of doing it, depending on the architectural standards. The letters are supposed to be at the top, or numbers supposed to be at the top. Let me know. So, but for me, I'll just use the numbers, the letters at the top. Let's start with A and B like that. I know there's a standard that guides you to have letters on the other side and the numbers on the other side. This will be E, F, G, H, G, H, I, H, I, F, G, H, I, then G. So I'm gonna start my one counting from here. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's supposed to be 8. We've got 9, then 10. Perfect. So yeah, I think I'm impressed now with the overall. So this also has to go all the way. You see they are already placed on the first floor plane, of which is fine. So, and then I'm going to make sure here as well I'm achieving the same result as the ground. Yeah, and then what I need to do is to start doing some detail in the dimension. But before I do the dimension, let me clean up the drawing, because I have windows like this or doors like this. When they are hatched, I don't want to have hatched in the doors. So I'll pick parameters of here and then select all the doors to remove that. let me go to the settings here, and then I'm going to make the 2D detail level to 1:50, and the symbol should be up to 150-degree sensitive, which is the revealing of the symbol. So, and I think I need to bring in the model attributes. No, it's the floor plan and section where I can set out. I think it's the model attributes. I don't know why I'm with this one. Floor plan section, because on this one they've used fill it's active, it's not active. Okay, it's because there are different types of doors, and the other ones they are fine like this, so I had to target specifically those ones that I want, like this one and this door. We have another one here. No, I think these three. Let's go back under floor plan section. Let's move floor plan section and get rid of the fields. The background here we can see transparent, and then hit OK. So they will be fine, like so, as you can see. Yeah, I'm impressed with everything. Another thing that I need to do is to make sure all the labels, the zone labels, are not clashing with other information like this. So for this shower, maybe I have to find a space for the tile, not to. But in some case you would find it's very difficult to avoid this, so but try your best to have that. And so plus to this one, I'll try my best, something like this here. And then we try avoid issues like this, because these walls they have both plaster skin on the composite, and to avoid this I'm going to use one see, there's a problem here again. I'm going to use one how can I say this? I'm going to use a different type of wall display. It's going to be all solid without having any finish. That will help me to speed up the process. So what I'll do, I'll select all the walls, and then I'll remove the composite and use the basic. On this basic, let's find a brick. Let's find, we can type here, let's say brick structural, so that we avoid this. Still we have an issue, sorry, that will need attention. Like here, it's not keeping, but let's see if you move it back or you move it here, it does not change. These are things that I need to resolve before I place dimensions and the other information, the information that is secondary. See, we have also an issue here. Unless we use a different material, this can be a concrete as well, but instead of it being like this, we can use this wall, or we can pick parameters of this for you to acknowledge this is the, let's move this side, is this column here, and I don't know why it's supposed to flash here as well. So let me measure, it's 1160, so it has to be 1160, not 1.2, for it to flash like that. And then because it's a brickwork, I don't want to, it was just meant for conceptual, but in this case I'm going to use just the 230 thick brick, 230, and then I'll draw. Let me bring the reference line to the inside. Oh sorry, I would use a chained method so that I can have a brickwork like this, and then it can be filled with this. I can get rid of, what's this, so we can fill in the space with some concrete or any type of material. So this way it will be easy for us to manage and it will reduce cost. You see, it's now cleaning. But what you can do, I think the height should be, let's reduce the height to this level. It's going to carry this beam like so, to be clean. When you're doing and unfortunately when you are doing the concept modeling, some of the things you don't pay attention to it later stage. That's the reason why there are stages when we face project. So it's important to take notice of this type of information and do that. And this can act as a duct as well, so we're going to use it as a duct. Let's do this, a duct for rainwater from the roof. Let's set this to color here, because there's a roof here. We're going to have this gutter and connect the down pipe, run them on this column. It's now serving a purpose of that, which is very important. Yes, and then there's a problem here again that needs the type of thing, so I'll pick parameters of this wall and do the same. Let's appreciate it first before we correct it. Let's go to the 3D and I'm going to see how it is. I think it's the same, it's similar to that one. I'm going to get rid of it and use a wall like that. This wall also going to act as a duct, and then these two I'm going to get rid of it. Perfect. Make sure the connections are perfect. So by so doing, my drawing is starting to look great, as you can see. So we still have a lot of work for this project. We're going to, there are things that are not being done here, like the cinema and the sauna details. So it has a lot of challenging details. So I think it will be very great for me to share the journey with you guys, so that we can teach each other and help each other as well. So I'm willing to learn from you again, guys. I'm not perfect, but we can have something great together. I can also learn from you, you can learn from me as well, as you can see. Yeah, perfect. I'm gonna have another gutter here, duct here, because if you look at, let's right click on the first floor and show as a trace reference. The architect who designed the layout didn't make a provision for the ducts, or ducts for the sanitary pipes and the rainwater pipe. So I'm trying by all means to cater for that in terms of this concept. So we have a toilet here that will need a duct. So from the top we've provided this shading louvers to hide the pipes and the window for this. So we need to provide a provision of collecting the pipe from the top going down here. So what I'll do, let's switch off the, okay, before we switch off the trace reference, what I'll do, I'll pick the parameters of that and provide a duct here. So this duct can be 300 deep or even 150, because it's just pipes, not anything big. And then I can have this that way. This one would be somewhere here. Obviously it's going to affect this door, but we'll see what to do. For the gym, I think we can move the door to here. It will fit here. So then we can get rid of this wall. What is here? Same applies to this one, and have this small duct for collecting pipes from the top. So if the width is 500, I think it's perfect. It's big enough to accommodate such pipes. So I'm going to reference this as a duct, just for everyone to understand. Yeah. And then this also we have another one here. There's a problem with this connection. What can we do to solve this? I think the best way is to move this wall to here, and then we can feel it. It's not happening, but that's how it should be. So let me just fix this. That's how it should be. I don't know what is this. It's affecting the visibility of this wall here. Should be what? There's a window. Oh, it's a slab. What slab is this? I don't know why it's like this, but I'll close off this gap. Let's move it to there. It's not happening. Alright, I need to fillet this too. Yes, I've managed. Same applies to this one. And then I still have an issue here with this line. I think this wall, this information needs to change because it's on a brick structural. When we change the material for all the walls, because it's made up of a wall too, it's also changed, but you need to assign it to a steel. It's a steel, should be a structural steel material. There we go. Same applies to these ones. Let's do the same. Yeah, because this part here is the shading device we proposed for hiding this toilet. So it's going to be assembled using what you call steel louvers. So I don't know why it's doing this. So this here also has to change to steel. Yeah, we can paint it. By the way, I've used some perforations here on this to provide the ventilation and lighting to the toilet, because when it's like this you can shade it to block it off from the natural light and ventilation. So we've created some perforations, as you can see here, to allow air to go in the duct. So yeah, let's hide this so that you can see this is supposed to be hidden. Oh no, didn't what am I doing? Let me bring all the layers. There we go. Maybe I should use a different material too, like airspace. I think empty. Let me open here. I don't know why it's not showing the transparency, but it shows up until to some degree. But anyway, but we know it's the transparency. I'll sort it out later. But that's basically the purpose of it being here. So let's go back. Okay, so let's try to make sure all the walls are connecting accordingly. So we have this here, make sure they are not on the same. Make sure the suspend group is active. And let's see. Oh, there's a problem here. I don't know why this wall can continue all the way to here. Let's delete that and see. It was because of what? It's not even visible from this. Let's just get rid of it. It's fine. And then how? Let's fill it with this. Still it's not happening. This is supposed to be brick material. Brick structural. This, yeah, I think I need to sort out the upper floor so that it can, because they're sitting on top of each other. That's where they're creating this problem. But for now, I think it's perfect. We can go ahead to the next stage. And like I was saying, I would want to have all the walls solid and black. So it's either I use a different a different graphic override to overrule that. But you see now this problem, it's affecting everything. Look at the grids are on a solid line, the zones are also affected. So yeah, that is a problem. So to achieve this, let's see, we have a different one. I think simplified drawing to give us that, but this one, all the walls are empty. We want them to be filled with the solid black. So if we go to construction, that's what we get. So what I'll do, I'll say let's override the brick. Let's override the brick to a solid material. I will right click and then hit on because it's not a composite. Let's just find something solid here, or brick solid. You see, so that means I need to set all my walls solid except these guys. And let's see what will happen. Make it brick solid. Yeah. Okay. This way I would avoid dealing with a lot of connection of the walls. It will save my time to speed up the process, as you can see. Great. Yes. Yeah, that's how you polish up your drawing, guys, to have something readable. I see my doors. Let's select all the doors, especially these ones. And then what I want to overwrite here is the 2D information, or the opening lines. So I'm gonna go to opening lines and then overwrite the model view options. I'm going to set the 2D to be kept. It's fine like that. And then this is the opening path. By the way, we're overriding the opening path. So I'm going to set it to a dashed line. So this line should be 50 millimeters is fine. Then hit OK. So now you see, because it's a path, not an element to a door. So the frame and the door leaf will be solid and the path will be like that. This gives a lot of depth to a drawing as well, being readable. Okay. Yes, and I think if I look at the settings from the previous drawing, doors were, the door label where it was a label, a separate label, instead of a marker that is built in your door settings. So it depends on how you want to do it. You can use both. So let me select this, and for the window, let's make a copy. We're going to paste it to our project to label all the doors and windows. Let me just put it somewhere there, and before we do that, let's clean up our windows. We're gonna start with windows. You see here, the guy who did the garage area, he used different types of windows to achieve this effect. Let's see in 3D, but it can be achieved by having just one window. You see, just one window. We can have a window that has 1, 2, 3, 4 panes, and that, or using a curtain wall. So that's another thing. So let's select it and then open its settings, and let's see what we can achieve. We have this 1, 2, 3. What if we make it 4? Let's select it, and if you come here to the storefront, for example, we just need to have a horizontal A to be 4, and then B to be 1. No, B should be 0. We cannot have 0. And then we're also going to have 1 transom, and C will be 1. That's basically it. So if you hit OK, it should be what we want. It's 1, 2, 3, and then we have this. So we need to get rid of this base transom and add another. This is B, so it's going to be which one? The side, the mid rail. Let's hit OK and see. Yes, and then we go back, we add another. This should be 5 instead of 4. It didn't do anything. Let's see what we can do. A, they are 4, 1, 2, 3. But then why they're not showing me? So let's get rid of these guys first, so that we work on this just like that. So if we stretch this to there, that's the length it takes. So I need to have how many? 2 here. I don't know why it's not giving me that option. Or maybe we can use again the basic windows. We should have the one that we can achieve this. This one is 3, this one is 4. Let's see if can we add a transom to this. Let's see, can we add a transom? No, we cannot add a transom. Let's see, can we add a transom? It's not happening. I think this should work. So let's go back to its settings, and what I want to do is to set the channel path width should be maybe 1 meter. Let's see. The transformer height should be 700. This guy, I'm gonna make them 1.2, something like this. Then okay, no, I think 700 is still huge. Maybe 500, yeah, something like that. Can't imagine we cannot add another transform here. I mean another rail, another mid rail. Let's go back and see what we can. Number of divisions. It seems on the divisions we can have more. Let's make it 200. Okay, because it's big, I don't think it can be constructible this way unless we add another rail to divide this pane. It's too big for the glass to hold itself. So yeah, I think let me undo. Let's see what we can do. Let's just undo everything. I think I have an idea. Maybe try to combine these windows to be a one thing. Let's try to combine these windows to be a one thing. Let's see. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna do it on the floor plan. Select all of them, and then let's take out the label under door marker, no marker. Go to File, Libraries and Objects, save selection as a window. There we go. I'll give it a name, say G. This will be GW, which is garage window. Then save. I'm gonna use the material or the attributes from the element on the model. Let's see. And then maybe delete that. Go to design, window, GW is loaded. Let's place it. Wow. something different. I don't know why it's acting like this. It's not how I want. But anyway, I can also schedule it the way it is. Let me just leave it the way it is. I would come back and try see how best can I use this. Okay, but in the meantime, let's continue with our ground floor plan activities. So I wanted to label all the windows, I mean all the doors and windows. So let's start with the doors. If I pick parameters of the door and then select them all, then let's pick the parameter of this label and go to options, document menu, and say annotation, label all selected elements. There we go. It will place all the label to all the doors. placement is not always accurate. Like you see here, we have issues of clashing of the elements, so I'll just go around and check this kind of problems. So it's important to go through this exercise because it will make your drawing, like I said, readable and clean. So I'll quickly do that, but I'm not saying you should be perfect, but you can try your best. So I'm just going to do this. Something like this. Here there's nothing we can do, we'll just have to leave it, or maybe move the level to somewhere here. Okay, I think it's fine. Let's go for the windows. I'm going to do the same, select all the windows, then pick parameters of the level, go to documents options and label selected elements. So there we go. So in this case we have the label inside of the drawing. I want the labels to be outside, so to achieve this, let's redo and undo, and then open the label settings. We're going to set the label distance to negative value, of which let me make 700, and then just to go outside. As you can see, I think it's too much. Let's reduce it to 500. Let's see, 500, perfect. And then we have the windows that are built-in labeled. This is the built-in label, as you can see. So we need to select all these windows, and let's either use under dimension marker, let's choose no marker. There we go. I think should be fine for all the windows. Yeah. And then the thing is the ID for the windows. See, the other ones are PT or whatever. The other ones are windows. So let's fix that. I'll select all the windows and then go to documents menu. Let's bring in the element ID. So we're going to set up the ID that is based on a criteria of a height and width. So these are going to be grouped according to their dimensions. So like I said, to group them, make sure you set the same ID by criteria, and then the ID code will be W. They will start counting from 0, 1. So if you see change, there we go, then hit OK. So as you can see, these are grouped because they are 1, which is perfect. Alright, so this one is here. Okay. Yeah, I think the next stage is to place dimensions. And then before I do that, I want to change this 2D information to something like 0.5. But ultimately it will change because I would have to place all the objects. And we're going to do the kitchen cabinetry here and then produce all the details for the kitchen fittings. Same applies to the cinema. We have to set up or produce the details for the cinema. So yeah, we also have to do the staircase. I think let's start with the staircase before we place the dimensions. The staircase, you can see the numbering is not visible enough. It has to be relatively equal to the height of this text. So I mean the numbering. And then if you look at it, it's just the representation is also wrong. If you look at let's go back to this previous project. If you look at its staircase, so we can maybe copy like that, and then we're going to paste it here. there's nothing in the copy clip. What happened? Sorry, I don't know why it's not. So I'm gonna right click and then copy. So let's wait for it to copy. I think then go back here, paste. Then let's see. It's almost the same thing. I don't think we need to change that much. The top area has to be visible because after the break line it has to show hidden detail line. And let's do that. We can pick parameters of this and then assign it to this one. And then I think from the template that is coming, we've set the settings for the staircase. Let me open the template and then share with you that. This project was produced by the latest template. As you can see, it comes all with this detailed information. It's very important. It's set and built in within the template, so it's just for you to extract it, as you can see, and reuse it to different projects. So what I'm looking at, what I'm looking for here, let's go to the floor plan ground. Let's would it open? Okay, so I need to load the library so that all the information has to be loaded. As you can see, those are missing. So I'm looking at the staircase like this. So I'll copy this, right click and copy. Make sure you wait until it completes copying it to the clipboard, and then that's when you can go back to the project. Let's paste it here and just paste there. So that's the difference between this staircase. So before we apply it to this one, I would want to increase the size of text, of numbering and stair description. So I'll open its settings, and then under floor plan, let's say the numbering font size will be 2. No, let's go for 1.5. 2 is big. And then text description, or the stairs description, should also be at 1.5 here. And then we can decide where we place this text. Instead of placing it here, we can place it on the landing as well. Let's say first landing, then hit OK, so that our text is being placed here. So we have I need to make sure the hidden elements are on dotted lines. So let's open its settings back, and then break line. I think it's under grid structure. Where is it? I think floor plan display. Yes, well. And then from this one, it has to be break with visible hidden line. So why not the line not visible in this case? Because it shows it's maybe the line is on a different color. I think that's what needs to check. On the ground, let's say we overrule this, go to floor plan, but everything is fine there. Break marker, but here it shows it's where it's supposed to represent. I think line pen, you see hidden part is on this line pen, so let's make sure it's on this line, this working line. or hidden parts attributes are on this line. So I've managed to see it. Let's go back here. Hidden attributes supposed to be on this line, something like that, and then going also put it on this line. Yes, I think you're set to go. Let's see. You see, perfect. So I would pick parameters of this and inject on the staircase. There we go. But I think this one we need to set to adjust the width, the stair width to 1.5. Should be under structure. Stay. Let's make it 1.5. Yeah. Perfect. But I can break the line, I think, from the landing instead of before the landing. Let's go back, and what I'm going to find is under floor plan display. Let's say on ground. I think we need to check the from 36. So it's breaking from stair 6. I need to change this. I don't know where I'm going to see it here. Break marker. Break marker is going to be under number of goings, floor plan coupling. Now let's say custom height. And then we say 1.8 for example. Let's see. We've moved to 9 stair. I think let's go for 2 meters. Then hit OK. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's almost what I want. It's great this way. Then here we'll see. Okay, I can get rid of this elements in this, just to reduce the weight of this project. Another thing to set is this. Let's change the color for this to 0.5, and I think same applies to the all the line types. Yeah, I think I'm happy with oh, we can increase the height of the text a bit for numbering, just a bit. Let's see, numbering text. Where's the text style? Maybe to 2. Same applies to the description. Not bad, not bad. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So there's some changes on this design. We have a wall here. There we go. And then with the door there, open into the direction. Nice. Okay, let's do dimensions. So I would go here and pick dimensions. There are different ways of doing dimensions. You can do dimension once, but for this kind of project I would want to do it side by side instead of doing everything once. So I'll pick all the elements that I want to be part of the dimensions. So in this case it's going to be walls and columns for for this side. Just like this, and then go to documents, annotation, automatic dimension and exterior, and then we're going to check all the boxes for overall dimension and external geometry, dimension structures with the dimension for openings. And then I'm going to set the distance between dimension rows to 300 and uncheck place dimension on all four sides. I just want to do one side. From there I'll click to draw a line on a side that I'm placing dimension. With the hammer cursor I can now place dimensions like this. There we go. And then from here I can select all these dimensions. No, I think let me just move the grids away from the dimensions by 700, because if you look at the distance between dimension and this, it's already tight. I can select all dimension rows and also move it away from the drawing. And then let's fix this. I'll put it inside. Let's move it to the inside here. Perfect. I like the style of dimension that I've used for my template, but even this one I think it's okay. What I need to do is to change the size of the architectural ticks and the size of text. I think it's too small, so let's go and check from the template. From the template, this is how it is. I think I need to, let's go to the worksheets and dimension styles. Let me copy all this. Allow me to copy this one and paste it here. Just paste. Like that. And then I'm going to pick this parameter and inject to all the rows like that. Perfect. So that's what I have. Let's get rid of this guy, and then I'm going to do dimensions to the side, to the front side. Let's select this wall, these ones, just like that. Yes. Then what's left? Okay, let's go to document menus, annotations and exterior dimension. So we're going to do the same thing. Draw a line that defining the side you're dimensioning, and then with the hammer cursor you can place the dimensions like this. And then I think it's fine here. What I can do is to make sure the section marker is away from, let's see, it's away from here to somewhere there. Yes. Yeah. And then we're moving to this side, but make sure it does make sense, because sometimes using automatic dimension it will just pick anything closer and it will put funny dimensions in your rows. But that's the reason why I'm separating all the sides. We're doing side by side. If you do it once for all the sides, it's going to give you a lot of errors and you have to go through it and try to clean up your dimensions. So it's important to understand what you want to achieve. So in this case I'll also do document options. Let's exterior dimension, hit OK. I'll draw to define the side, then place Let's move it closer to the drawing. What is this? We can get rid of that. Yes. And then we have the side by the pool side. So we're going to do the same. Select elements on the side of where you want to dimension. This guy is also part of the dimensions. Also this guy and this guy. So go to documents, automatic exterior, hit OK, place, draw a line to decide the side you are doing, and place. I'm going to move it back to here. This one is tricky because it's including the pool inside, but I have an option to move it on top of the pool, but I don't want to have too many information cluttering. I would rather leave it the way it is, like that. It's fine. So I'm done with the exterior dimensions. Now is to go for the interior. So I'll try to place every dimension the way it is. For exterior, I'll do a manual dimensioning. So I'll pick parameters of this, and then let's do that. By the way, this was supposed to be 345 instead of 230. So I'll pick the width of the staircase. Okay, I can come back and do it later. Do this one. I'll just go that way. Up to there. I think this needs to be dragged to here. And then with the staircase, I need to add a point to the staircase here. Maybe this label can move to somewhere here. I don't know why the void is too much like that. Maybe the staircase needs to be resolved, so I'll leave it the way it is, and then I'll come back later to it because it's not that important now. So try it by all means that information is not cluttering, because the contractor won't pick the dimension clean. So it's my responsibility to make sure I have a clean drawing. I'm that kind of guy who doesn't like to have requests for information from site, so I'll try to do my best so that I avoid such to happen. Okay, I want to could have started here, this door, then this staircase to there. I think I'm gonna do the passage. So applies to here. Dimension of this and that. Let's see. Okay, there's a little bit of an issue here. We can move this to here. Same applies to this one. I can drag it off to here. No, it's not okay. It's not what I want. Let's see what we can do. Maybe stretch it back a bit to here. Even this one. Yeah. Because it's a complex project, I will try by all means all the spaces are dimensioned internally. So I have an issue here that I need to pick, this door and that. That's a shower for the guest bedroom. Something like this. Then hit OK. Maybe place it somewhere there. Yeah. Let me do this. I'll start another one internally here because exterior dimension won't pick this part. So even though it's going to be a lot of information in, I can put it somewhere here. There we go. It's fine. And have another dimension from internal, just to capture this. Or I can make it to continue all the way down. I'll click on this dimension and then add a point there, do it again, add another point here. Let's dimension this passage. This passage is too tight. It's around 972. This is tight. It's tight. I think we have to move this. We have to move this wall to there. Let's see. Okay, to solve this, I'm going to make the garage 6.155. Let's say 6.155, and then I'll move this wall to here. Yes. Let's see here to create this enough space. Oh, sorry. Then let's take this wall to there. Let's see. Yeah, I think it makes sense now, like this. So what I'll do, I'll add another dimension point to this line or to this row to here. Let's say to there, and then this side would get it from this row. Let me move this to there, get rid of this line. Then I'm going to start here, that to there. Just drag them off a bit like that. I'd want not to repeat this dimension. I'll get rid of the point. Same applies to this side. I'll pick this point and reduce like this one. I've realized there's discrepancies there, like I told you. This is the problem. So I needed to get rid of these points like that. Something like that. Yeah. This wall we need to, let's extend it to here. And then this one has to fillet with this one. And then our windows, select them all. Then move somewhere here. Yeah, I think I'm not sure here what happened. I'm going to confirm on 3D and check. Okay, no, but nothing changed. Nothing changed, which is perfect. This wall here, I'm going to treat it because it looks plain and it's on the side of the road as well here. So I'm going to have some nice pattern perforations. No, it's not instead of perforations, some grooves on it so that it can blend very well with the design. So yeah, I'll continue place some dimensions to try. And even here I would need to have a dimension that comes from here to this wall and to that wall. Let's add a point to this dimension and pick and capture this line. Yes, there we go. I don't think we need to dimension the thickness, so for this wall I'll get rid of this point. Yes. Okay, it's coming out to look right. We have a dashing of information here. We need to take this level out of to somewhere here. Okay. Yeah. So I think majority of stuff have been captured. So we can add, but I don't think this one is needed because there is an outside and overall it's not capturing because it's because of this wall. So yeah, I think it's important we have it. So I'm going to move this there to here. And do this to there. Let's see on this one. Yeah, and we have another. We have to place another one here for the opening. Good stuff. We have to have another one that will go across these guys like so to there, and the one with overalls. And here I can just, for the sake of control, I can Oh no, I have them here. It's not important. So I need to cater for the stay width. So I'll do this and then go all the way to there. It's important to capture all the elements because once you print this drawing, it has to have all the necessary information for the contractor to continue building. Otherwise they'll keep on calling and you keep on reprinting drawings, and that's operational costs, and the overheads of the project will be escalating. So that's the important that's the significance of spending time and trying to get everything right from the go. There we go. Let's see where I think it is with. So I'll start here, this width, then the width you can place it here, and then the width for the cinema and for this bedroom. And for the kitchen, yeah. Okay. So I don't think we need to put a label to this opening. Yes. Let's go for the this is 3. Yeah, I think let's find those tight areas and place dimensions. Like here we need to have a dimension for, let's say, from here to here and there. Just here, then go that way. Oh, it's going to be tight here. I think, like I was saying initially, and you have to, I might reduce the size or the height of the room name, sorry. So I think it came that time to consider that, because the more I place the information into this drawing, the more information populates, and then the more space I'm running out. So we cannot have room name spaces taking all the spaces. So I need to, let me select all the zones, then open its settings, text, we can say 4. So it didn't change. I think we need to override it only under the settings. Let's go here, then we're going to go to the zone name and override the height to, let's say, 1:50. Similar place to this. Let's just have 2 for, I'll just change under uniform. There we go. It affected the other information that I didn't want to do. So let's say undo, go back to the, and then I'm going to uncheck the override. Let's see. Okay, now then I can come here under the zone stamp and set this to rod. I can say bold, then make it 3. Perfect. Yeah, things looks great. Looks great now. Now this can allow me to place more information to the drawing. So I think I need to have the overall for this. And then I think here I'm fine. I have that one. Let's have another overall here. So please, what else? There you go. Yes, I think I'm happy now with everything, except yeah, where else I've left the information. So maybe I can now dimension the size of the pool, maybe from here to there. It's important. Maybe take this to there. Yes. I think everything is great. I've managed to put all the information that needs to be here. Now what's left is the fittings and plumbing fixtures. Those are important. I need to place them. Let's see. Okay, let's try check on print how this would do. I'm just going to do that and save, convert this to PDF, and page options will be maybe A1, which is portrait, to accommodate the orientation of the plane. Oh sorry, I've made a mistake. I could have opened the documents options. It won't do it the way I want. So let's do it again. Save as, and instead of page options, I think it's fine. Let's go to document options and then make the marquee area and fit to page. Hit OK and then open after save, and then let's see. I think it looks great for now. Even though some information is missing. Okay, let's select all the grids. So let me see the settings. Maybe I can reduce this. They are, I think they're fine at 10. Okay, and marker. text pen. Let's set the text pen to 15 as well, 0.15. Okay. I think we need to have a ramp here. So let me show you on 3D. This is how the design of a ramp is. So what I'll do, I'll select this, and that it was made up of a mesh. It's under ramp. I think I will have to make it available for the ground floor layer combination. So everything that we've been doing, we've been working on the project map. It's not a problem, but we need to say dimensions has to be under annotation grounds. Okay, so let's open the plans, make sure annotation for ground is active, and then update. So same applies to the ramp for the garage needs to be active. Let's see all. We have zones and they're not showing here. Which are this? Oh, sorry. Update, and they're supposed to be active under the planes. Okay, we have grids as well. Yes, I can say grid supposed to be active here. I think they're all here. If you go to the view make and open that, should be active. So now we have a problem of our mesh. See, there's funny lines that are showing. Let's see how we can get rid of these lines. Open, and under, let's say already smooth. No, this didn't. Maybe on, not sure. I think it's user defined. Oh, I have a problem now. So this will only affect 3D appearance, but on 2D it will show. So for this, let's say on reach, we're gonna have, let's pick something like white, at least, even though it's cheating, but hey, what can we do? And then I'm going to just use a line. Let's say a dashed line, set the pen to 0.10, and then use the polyline just to draw a direction of our ramp, something like that. Then I'm going to label it as a ramp. So for the label, let's go back to that template drawing, and under ground plane, we have some labels here for the ground. So even under side plane, let's pick this one. Control C to copy. Go back and then Control V to paste. Then let's say continue. Let's wait for it to paste. What? Okay, this what we want. So let's set this to be annotation ground. Annotation ground, and then I'm going to label this. Currently it's under this funny name, so it's speaking the ID for this. I can quickly change the ID to ramp. Perfect. And then get rid of this. Let's click. Okay. Yeah. I think we can put a dimension for the ramp. But it's somewhere here. I think it's there. It's fine. Yes. Let's say instead of putting an ID for this, let's go for double click and open the auto text. Then I'll scroll down here under properties. Let's see. I think let's assign it. Oh, let's see under the classification. It's under waterproofing. Should be under slab, structural slab on grade. Then choose, and then I'm going to all right here. Let's find surface bed, blah blah blah, filing, concrete type. Yes. Okay, so what I want to go to options, and no, I wanted to edit. Okay, it's fine. For all this we have to have project info facilities. It has to be active for all this. So let's see if it's loaded. It's not showing. Okay, there you go. Then hit OK, so that when you open the element, that information should be somewhere here. It's not showing. It's only for the substructure. So what to do is let's go back, open property manager. I would say scroll down, product info. Where is it? There we go. This one, it has to be active to all elements. So it has to be active to all elements. Then let's hit OK, so that when you open the element here, it has this parameter. So in this case, I'll override the description to be RC ramp to detail, or it can be paved. Say no, let's have this as RC ramp, but let's use RC ramp to detail. I'm going to provide the detail for this, and then this is going to be another text under product information, description, and then add. let also the structural engineer do the detail. Let me just refer this to him. To eng detail. Right. So now let's do the fittings and what you call the furniture. Sorry, the plumbing fixtures. So if we go back to our template, here we go. Oh, I forgot to load the library for this, but it's fine. Okay, but let me just quickly do it instead of just being lazy. And then what's missing here is the pro library. I'll open this and load the library. To take some bit of time. Then okay, that was only the door and window marker label that was missing, so it's fine. So let's start with the kitchen. Then I get this one like so, and this one in the fridge. Hit on copy. And then go to the project, right click and paste. There we go. Let's move it this side. Let's make sure it's under E10. Okay, from here let's see how we can design the kitchen. So let's unsuspend the groups and then take the sink to the position. I'll rotate it like that, bring it back here. There we go. So the width of this, I'll bring it there, something like that. And the opening path will be dotted. I want them to, oh, sorry, move it there. The opening path for the kitchen cabinet, let's open its settings and make it dotted. I think it should be under 2D representation. So let me increase this. The opening symbol will be dashed. Yeah. Something like that. And then we have some cabinets like these ones. Mirror it vertically, then move it to here, stretch to equal with the others. Oh, sorry. Let's set this to 600. Nice. This also should be 600. Perfect. And then we're also gonna have the same cabinet here by the corner. This was let's make it 800, and then move these guys to there a bit, and the window would be in line with the sink. And then to there. this one will stretch all the way to something like this. Okay, so this side you also gonna have the same cabinet because this 1.1, the same cabinet. So I'll mirror copy like that. This I'll put it here. And then take the corner base and rotate and move it to here. Make sure it's on 600. Oh, sorry about that. To this one. Okay, then I'm going to have the same effect to the other side. Here by the corner, nice, and then these two are going to share the same distance. This distance is around 2233, 2234 divided by 2. So I'm just going to be bothered about that. I'll just move one to the something like that. Okay, then I have another cabinet to here. I think here I would have these two guys. To rotate them 0. Okay, it has to be equally aligned like that. And let's move this one to here. Yeah. Nice one. Now we have the top cabinets, so which is the wall cabinet. So I'll just have this one. I think we should have a cookie in here. I forgot to have a cooker, but it's fine. I can pick this and do this one. Let's move it there, make it 600. And to the area I can just stretch it to here with no problem. So these guys are, because these guys should be dotted or dashed. Let's open its settings. And under 2D, let's say the opening symbol the contour pen, contour line is hidden. I don't know why they're not showing the way they're supposed to be. Make them full. This will be dashed or hidden. Let's see. They're not showing what I'm supposed to see. I don't know why. Might be the problem. Okay. Because I made this one easily to say you are a, sorry, this is supposed to be a, the cabinet is hidden, the contour line is hidden for the opening. It's dashed. I'm surprised I'm not getting the same effect to this one. What is the problem? Because if I had to override the pens and line types. Okay, there we go. So this would happen and bring it there, bring another one there, another one there. So they will be all the way to this corner there. And let's make them transparent. Let's make them transparent on 2D. So make sure it's transparent here. Okay. So I have to do the same to the cabinet here as well, but that is a lot of work. Let me just get rid of the lines. So I think for this I would have to change the opening symbol to me. I mean the 2D symbol. Where's the 2D symbol? Okay. 2D symbol, just to be a plain symbol like this. Then why is not showing me the next things? Get a copy for this to there, and then get a copy to that. Let's delete the line. This will be a copy to there. Why is not the line? So get a copy of this and a copy of that. Alright, so instead of having this demarcation, I'm going to get rid of the visibility on the edge, like these ones. Then hit OK. Same applies to these ones. go to 2D representation, and no, it's supposed to be under edge visibility. You don't have anything to show on the sides. This might be not in the right here. Say 0, because I've noticed it's not perfectly in line. This one, it has to be also there, and this one as well. Okay, I've noticed all this, the line are dotted. Okay, the line for the opening is dotted. I think it made sense. So let me leave it the way it is. Let's see the line first before we make a decision. Let's go to 2D. This is the line, contour line, cabinet carcass hidden. So what if we say, dashed, and then this is dashed as well? Yeah, now it makes sense. So I'll do the same to you guys. Let me select also this guy. We all have to be dashed. That's what I've realized. Instead of hidden, let's go for dashed. I think the scaling for the hidden is too much. That's why, or it's lesser. That's why it's not able to show. Yeah, and then the visibility of this. It's only on the side. Oh, it's this side, not this side. And then under 2D, carcass or cabinet has to be solid. It has to be continuously. Yes. So this guy's also the under 2D representation, this line has to be dashed instead of hidden. Let's see. Okay, we've overruled the line type. Right. Let's make a copy to the side. Here I copy and bring it here. I think this needs to go. And then copy to the side. Another side has to be solid. Visibility, I think, is this side. Perfect. It makes sense. Yeah, I think everything can later change. I think for now everything is fine. So let's copy the plumbing fittings from the previous project just to speed up the whole process. We're already running at 1 hour 30 minutes for the entire project. So I'll go back to this project, and then the bath, the sink, and this to be. What else am I forgetting? I think also the bedroom stuff. Then Control C to copy. Yeah. Go back here. Right click, paste. There we go. Let's start with this bedroom. we should have a water system there, and then a sink somewhere here. I think this will move aside a bit. A sink, or let's mirror the opening for this, and then move it. Let's move it to here. This is going to be a problem. This guy, the layout is too tight. Let's see, can we fit a sink? I mean a shower tray here. I'll search for shower, and then let's see, this shower should be 800 by 800. Let's see, we mirror to that, stretch it to there. Reduce this to 400. It's too tight. It's too tight. Okay, that's for the bedroom. And then we're going to have let's have a sink here. Move this by 600. And then on this side, so for this we can pick this. Rotate. Then we're going to have a single sink. So I'm going to find the sink. Let's go for something like this. Yeah. I don't think it will be a doubled door. It's going to be a single door. Let's do a single door. On the door panel, where is the doors? Here, let's say single. It's too much. I think let's leave it there. All right, and this guy has to be under 0.5. So okay, let's move on to the other toilet, which is here. The shower is going to be, you take a copy of this. Let's rotate it horizontal. The shower is going to be here. I'm going to stretch it to there. Then we would have a basin on this wall. This one I'll say should be 600 by 450, just the standard basin, and then toilet mirror. Toilet is going to also to be on this side. There we go. Now we have a problem of information cluttering. So can we move it here? Or maybe I can get rid of the number and to remain with the finish. So let's go back. Let me get rid of the number. Or even the finish because it's too tight. Or I can rotate it. There's still have enough space here. Let's try see what if we rotate the zoom stamp to 90 degrees and then move it here. Nice. Number 1. And then we have a path here. Let me mirror. Something like this. And then this side we're going to have a shower as well. Shower of this size. Let's rotate and put it here. This has to be 0.5. Then the sink will be somewhere here. And the toilet. Something like that. Yes. I think this kitchen has to, it should be an island. I'm saving an island here. Let's have an island. This can move to here, there's plenty of space. Yeah, then I can stretch everything that way. And then let's cap the visibility for the edges. So on 2D, where is it? Count cabinet. Okay, to be both sides like that. Right. And then something like that. Let's move this dimension down a bit. Yes. I think this completes our tutorial on yes. This completes our tutorial on producing a construction drawing for the floor plan. I think we've covered a lot. I would also share with you when I'm doing the cinema details and the sauna details as well. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next episode for this project. It still has a lot of details to produce. So we still have a first floor, and then we have tremendous amount of information that we need to produce for the site. So yeah, keep in touch. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you.